live, but we're not listed, so let's just get on over here, get the thing edited together. Just let's go. It's early. Super early, man. But I'm used to it. Right. So we're definitely public, and we're live, L-I-V-E. So let's get some coffee. Listen to some Natalie.
Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Let me show a little coffee house I know, where all the new bohemians go to have a cup of coffee. Greeting time, the music box is beating time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So grab a chair and dig me there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. So save me a chair, I'll see you there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. We'll have a cup of coffee, just a little bit of Java. Yeah, we'll have a cup of Joe, don't you know? 'Cause it's coffee time.
Oh, yeah. It's time to sip on that coffee. Wakey. Good morning. Good Thursday morning, the 6th of February, 2020. Hope all is well and is well and totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. Just getting around. Yesterday, it snowed most of the day. Like most of the day, all the way up until yesterday evening. So I did not do my deliveries yesterday. I did not get out at all. So I just stayed in the warehouse, pulled parts all day long, because we had an abundance of call-ins yesterday because folks couldn't come into work. Luckily for me, I live super duper close. So yes, I was busy yesterday for hanging out in the warehouse, which was really groovy. Because when my boss told me I'd be hanging out in the warehouse all day yesterday, I was like, oh no. I don't like to be bored. Sometimes it can be bored, especially on snowy days, but not me. I was super busy, which is totally cool. Had a little bit of a scare though last night. A little bit of a scare. When I got back to the VW bus yesterday evening, of course, you know, we had snow, freezing stuff, all that stuff yesterday. And when I got back to the bus, got in the bus and I went to shut my sliding door, and my sliding door wasn't shutting. I I guess the hinge that helps shut the, lock it into place was frozen, had some ice in it, so it wasn't shutting, and I was like, oh my gosh. That sliding door, which is right here, is it's my door. It's like your front door, your back door, your door to your house. This is my front door. So it was like, it was not shutting, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? This is not cool. I did not want to sleep with my door cracked open last night. That would not have been groovy. But it shut. I got out the old spray de-icer. The old spray de-icer. Fixed it right on up. Snap. It was like snap. Snap, 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 snap. So yeah. Yes. So it shut. It was all swell and groovy. But yes, I was just like, it was not cool. It was, oh my gosh. Because the same thing kind of happened to me last year when I was at the truck stop during an ice storm. And that's not the best of feeling in the world when you can't shut your door and all you feel is cold air coming in. It's just like, what am I going to do? It's so hard to keep your brain focused and to keep your brain from going 1,000,000 miles an hour and freaking out. I guess that's the hardest, one of the things you got to tackle when you're living the nomadic van life, for when things do go awry, go crazy. Try not to freak out, man. Try not to freak out. So, door shut. I got the door shut last night. It opens and shuts. It's all groovy. I stayed nice and warm. I actually got too warm in the bus last night. This little tower, this grammatic, whatever, tower heat. This little tower heater sure does the trick, man. It will literally bake you out of the VW bus. Speaking, oh my gosh, good morning. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning now. We have Michelle hanging out in the old VW bus. Good morning, groovy, beautiful mamas. I hope you slept well last night. I hope you and your little one slept well last night and had groovy dreams. I certainly had groovy dreams last night. But like I said, speaking of baked, tonight, I want to say around the 8:30-ish time frame. That would be in my neck of the woods, 8:30, which would be 6 or 6:30 p.m. on the West Coast. 9 or 9:30 p.m. on the East Coast and everything else in between. But tonight, stay tuned for tonight for Blunt Jams. Blunt Jams. We're going to be hanging out, just yip-yapping, chiefing an old blunt, chiefing on a blunt. Something kind of new, something very different here for the West of Volley Chronicles. So, yeah. I'm super duper excited about that. That's the first thing I woke up thinking about this morning was, today's Thursday. Blunt Jams. So yesterday, I did not get my shower. Normally on Wednesdays, I'll go to the truck stop, take my shower, but I didn't last night because of the weather. I didn't want to drive the freeway to the truck stop and all that jazz. So either I'll take one tonight or tomorrow. Xander, Blunt Jams alert. Yes. Good morning, brother man. Good morning, my friend. Disc golf family in the old VW bus this morning. Disc golf. DGF. Disc golf family. Good morning, man. Good morning. Grab you some coffee. Wakey. Let's get a little bit more coffee. All right, Maxwell, thanks for waking me up. You did your duty. I see you tomorrow, man. Friday. It is so Thursday, man. It's getting closer to Friday. Of course, I got to work Saturday. inventory. We didn't do inventory yesterday because we were so short-handed. And pretty much me and Brother James, you know, we ran the whole show yesterday at the warehouse. We didn't run the whole show. We were the main, you know, order fillers, part pullers, all that jazz. Because, you know, they didn't send me out yesterday. So that means if I go out today, I'm going to be super busy. Yep. Super busy. But it is what it is, man. And so I'm hoping we start back up on the inventory tonight, because that means we'll be 2 days behind. And I'm really hoping he don't say let's work on Sunday, since we missed it. We were a day behind, because I was really wanting to go to Mom's this Saturday. But you know, it is what it is. Work is work. That's why they call it work, man. That's why they call it a job, man. A J-O-B. But yeah, we had a bunch of snow yesterday. I had a fellow co-worker, because I bring my disc golf bag to work every day. It's just like my backpack. It has my other stuff in it. And this young feller, he was like, "Man, you're gonna go play golf even in the snow?" I was like, "Yeah, I play golf even in the snow," which is true. I played disc golf many times in the snow. And a lot of people ask, how do you do that? Don't you lose your disc? And you can lose your disc. I have not yet lost a disc, but how I have played in the snow in the past, and if I'm playing with, you know, fellow disc golfers, we try to walk in the same, you know, path, you know, one behind the other, so we're not, you know, spreading, you know, footprints out everywhere. But we're looking for where the disc impacted at. There's like always usually a little crater, a little hole in the snow where the disc went in at. So that's how we find our disc. And that's why we kind of stay in line in the snow and follow one, you know, path to walk behind each other. So you're not making a bunch of, you know, footprints everywhere. And then that's when you lose your disc. You can't find where it crashed in at. Now, let's say there's ice. If there was ice underneath that snow, like there's been a time where we had an ice storm before snow, so there was a nice glaze of ice underneath the snow. So when your disc hit that snow and hit the ice, it would skip underneath the snow to wherever it wanted to go, and you'd be lucky to find it. You'd be really lucky to find it. But yeah, the winter weather is moving out of my neck of the woods. It's super cold this morning, but the winter weather is definitely moving out. I think it's supposed to be back in the low to mid 60s by the weekend. But I'm very, very excited to hang out on the YouTube tonight, because there's a lot of folks that don't get to hang out with me in the morning times, because, you know, they're not morning folk, and I understand that. You know, they wake up later or whatnot. I'm used to being up early. You know, I'm up early, getting ready for work. Now, mostly on the weekends, I'll try to sleep in until around 7 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock a.m. is the latest yours truly will sleep in. But I'm definitely excited to hang out tonight on Blunt Jams. Sorry, just trying to catch up on a little bit of comments here, making sure I didn't miss anything. Got a little bit of a stiff back this morning. My back is a little stiff. It feels like it wants to pop, but it won't pop. I guess as I am creeping up there in the age, I need to invest, I guess, into a chiropractor. Maybe a chiropractor, back doctor might help out, because it definitely feels like it wants to pop, but it won't pop, and I'm not going to force my back to pop, because, I've had back surgery in the past, so, yeah. Maybe it is arthritis. I don't want to say that, man. It's crazy to be getting old. It's crazy to be getting older. When, I just released my Roswell 1999 Vidya. And to think that was basically almost 21 years ago. It'll be 21 years this October that that documentary Roswell trip was filmed. But I put that on the old YouTube a few days ago. Feel free to go check it out. Check it out. I'm very super young, and it's even more crazy to see the cannabis of the 1990s. It was totally different looking, and so it's just interesting to see that. But I was 23 years old at the time, and it was a little over a year before I got my VW bus. So it's just interesting to see. I watched the whole Vidya in its entirety the other night, and I'm just blown away that was almost 21 years ago. Like, I was watching that video, I was like thinking, man, if I would have met a lady back then and had a child with that lady back then, that child would now be almost 21 years of age. Man, that's what blows my mind away. I don't have any kids. But to think that if I would have had a child way back then, around that time of that video, right now, that child would be in college. In college. And it's like, who or what or when did time completely start speeding up? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I know, it seems like it's getting to be a freaking dealio every morning, but, yeah, here, without further ado, craziest level 11, man. Well, the Kazoo, Mr. Kazoo boy, the Kazoo kid, he just wants to stop in and do his thing.
I like to sing, dance, pretend, and kazoo.
Oh! The Kazoo kid. I don't know why he likes hanging out on this VW bus, but he likes hanging out and doing his kazoo. So yeah, I'll drive to work this morning. I don't feel like walking. I don't think it's snowing. I think the winter, like I said, the winter weather moved out. But I don't feel like walking through ice and snow this morning to work. I don't. So I will drive to work this morning. But yeah, inventory is starting to happen. I'm not a fan of it. But I'm not going to complain when the paycheck comes, because, you know, we really bank, we super bank in on the overtime. So I'm definitely not going to complain. Oh my gosh! We got the world famous Stoner! Good morning, brother man! I didn't hear it. You didn't say your stuff, man.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Good morning, Stoner. Good morning. Hope all is well and totally hip and groovy. In your neck of the woods, brother. Seriously. %, Stoner. I hope you guys didn't get too much snow over there in your neck of the woods, Stoner. We got an abundance of snow here. That's for sure. Coffee, cannabis, and me. That, you gotta do both at the same time, man. I highly suggest that. Sativa and coffee are a great mixture. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. They did great. So I highly suggest, you know, some sativa, a great strain of sativa and coffee. Get your day started, get your day going. You know, for you fine folks that are, you know, don't like the THC, get yourself a sativa strain, CBD only strain, man. Get your day started properly. Get your day going. Get your noodle a thinking, man. Go. Snow. I think I might have to double layer up on my socks today, because my feet are having a heck of a time warming up. I think I'm going to do that as I'm talking to you fine folks. I'm going to put on an extra layer of socks, because, like I said, my feet are cold. Like, I don't know if my shoes, I don't think so, got wet. I don't think they did, because they're supposed to be insulated. But my feetsies are having a hard time warming up this morning, so I'll put on an extra pair of socks. Keep my feetsies warm. Last night when I got back to the bus after work, when I took my shoes off, my feet, my foot, each foot was doing it though, was steaming. Literally, there's like steam coming off my, I was like, woo, is that saying that it's stinky? But no, it was just because it was hot. But it was just like, wow, that's kind of cool looking. But in reality, you know, for the fine folks that might understand auras, you know, or even understand what auras are, which is, you know, long story short about auras. Auras are energy field that evaporates and immaculates and all kinds of stuff around our bodies. But an aura, energy field, kind of looks similar to vape, you know, coming off your body. Like, you know, if you got some heat coming off your body going out to a cooler air, and you see that steam or that vapor coming off your body, looks a little bit like an aura. Auras, man. Sorry, I was putting on some socks, an extra layer of socks to keep me feet warm. But yeah, my boss said if it's really bad this morning, he's not going to send me out. But I suspect that they'll send me out later on this afternoon. I suspect, but I don't know. It all depends on how it goes at work. Heck yeah, man. Doing some disc dyeing. That's cool. I never got into that type of art form, which, you know, it is an art form. Yeah, that's really cool, man. It's really cool. Let's pull out some dyed artwork discs here. I'm gonna start out with one of my favorite Valkyries. Well, it is my favorite Valkyrie. It's one of my oldest It is my oldest Valkyrie. It's my first Valkyrie. Right there. Look at that Roswell style looking stuff, man. Alien-fied, man. But yeah, this is some old stuff. This is my Valkyrie. Super duper old school Valkyrie. Flies, I mean, I know what it's gonna do, so when I fly it, man. It flies good. So there's my Valkyrie. And then I got an eagle. This is my eagle. That's my eagle. This is some old school stuff I got back in my bag. Some of my old school stuff. And what it says up there, it says medicate, educate, and regulate. That's what that says right there. And then check this out. Look at this other eagle. You're gonna poop yourself, Xander. Now this is worth some money right there. That eagle, this Champion Edition eagle right here. This is worth some big bucks, man. But I love to fly it. I just recently put it back in my bag, man. And so yeah, talk about a hell of a good disc, man. These, if you get the whole freaking set, man, that's a nice set to have right there. Oh yeah. Yep. When I fly this, I make sure I fly this some places where I know it's not going to go in the water or get lost or whatever. But you know, this is a hell of a good disc, man. Those are some of my main drivers. Oh yeah, the feel to those, man, are just something very unique, man. I bought this one. Whoa, I bought this. I got this from this guy named Cal. That's why you see this signature Cal on it. Cal, for some reason, or Mr. G, when he would get discs, he would sign discs. And when he sold them, he bought them with Cal on it or Mr. G. But I bought that way back, I think it was like 2005. Something like that. Elsewhere, Sister Lori, good morning. Good morning. Well, heck yeah, I'll check out your Instagram, Xander. I will do that when I get back on the gram. I will check out your gram, man. Sister Lori, hope you're doing swell, well, and groovy. Hope you're didn't get too much snow in your neck of the woods. We got all kinds of snow yesterday in my neck of the woods. Jim, good morning, brother Jim. Everybody beeping in, bebopping in, hanging out this morning. The old VW bus coming in as I'm getting ready to say my goodbyes. But no need to fret. You know, no need to fret. Tune in this evening. It'll be sometime after 8 p.m. here in my neck of the woods, which would be 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and everything else in between. But sometime after that, tonight, Blunt Jams. We'll be hanging out, yip-yapping like I do in the morning, but instead of sipping on coffee, we'll be hanging out, puffing on a blunt. Because yours truly I can roll a blunt. I can roll a blunt better than them ladies in Havana. Thank you so much, Brother Jim, for coming in and saying hi this morning. In the old VW bus, mi casa, su casa. It is my home. Xander, thank you, my brother. I will check out your Instagram page. Sister Lori, I am very glad you stopped in this morning to say hello. Stoner. Thank you, Brother Stoner, for hanging out this morning. And Michelle, groovy Michelle. I certainly hope to get the vibe with you in person someday. I hope you get to hang out in this old VW bus of mine, my home. You know, it's not just a bus, it's my home. I hope you get to come out and hang out in my home someday. Check it out. Wolfman, who's Wolfman Jack? Sounds groovy. Wolfman Jack, man. This is the Wolfman Jack coming to you from the old VW bus this morning. I don't know, who's Wolfman Jack? That sounds groovy. But stay tuned tonight. We'll hang out in the old VW bus right here on the old Westphalia Chronicles. And we'll sip on coffee in the morning from the old VW bus. 6:30 in the a.m. here in my neck of the woods. 4:30 a.m. over on the West Coast. 7:30 a.m. over on the East Coast. And everything else in between. Clap for Wolfman. All right. We'll clap on for Wolfman. So I'll hang out with you guys this evening. If you guys ain't hanging out this evening, I will see you guys in the morning for some coffee. For some coffee. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, my friends. I love starting my day right here on the old YouTube channel. Be kind to one another, love one another, be grateful for every single itty bitty, crazy, whacked moment of the day, because we don't know. Yes, Jim, be well, my brother, be well, my sisters. Peace, love, and Volkswagen, grease. I said Volkswagen grease.